Alrighty, guys. So, this is a new series I'm forming. Now, don't ask what this is because I will explain it. So, we're gonna do a what if civilization restarted its fame. So, we're gonna have them start in France. Alright, let's have that. Alright, just start. So, this is kind of inspired by Ada's Pro's series. Now that we've actually made starting area, now we can. So to start, we're going to have some explorers explore Brittany, and they do this successfully. So yeah, we're going to have our first nation forming here. They're going to be called, well, not Brittany. Oh goodness. Alright, so this is going to be our first kind of nation, alright? Over up here, we're going to have a different one form. This one's going to be the red team. These guys are different civilization that oh yeah, and then down where Bordeaux is in real life, we're gonna have another civilization here. So this one's gonna be, yeah, cool. Now, why is it gonna be cool? Well, you see, this one has a lot more expansion options. Brittany is gonna be a coastal one. So actually, the first thing we're gonna have doing is Brittany expands because it's the oldest civilization. We're gonna say by like 10 years. So they can expand a lot more because they've developed a society. Next, we're going to have the red team go north, and they're actually going to explore it. Like a lot. Like, probably a lot more than they really should. And they're going to discover modern day Netherlands, and even go up to even get close to where Denmark is. Real life. So this is what they do. The blue team down here is going to expand as well. That's not all they're going to do. They're also going to explore a lot of Iberia. Alright, so yeah, this is probably all the exploring they're able to do before they run out of manpower. Meanwhile, Brittany, they discover boats, and they use them for trade. So they're actually going to explore pretty much this whole area here. Alright, but we're gonna have our first split, because over here in Holland, or Netherlands, people get unhappy with the rapid expansion of red, because, you know, red decided they don't really like their people, and they start like expanding. So yeah, they break off. In addition, red team would try to quench this rebellion. They would invade, but they would fail because after a while, things got more unstable in their nation, and the yellow team formed. So this one they managed to crumble, but now the orange team is safer because they had time to make a defensive line. So the red team fails to take them over, but they do keep the land that they had there. Next, we're going to have a yellow team forming. These guys kind of just come from all these areas, and they just form a little bit of a thing, kind of close to where Paris is in real life. So since they don't have any coast, they look for some to the east. They fail this task. And they get annoyed because, what the heck, the other guy found coast, but I did not. However, a group would still keep going, like, go a lot. They would just live off the land. Like, oh, really, really, really long path. Now, eventually, they would be cut off, kinda. Whoa. These guys know about it. Yeah, so they keep going. They decided to go south. And they find coast. And they would definitely use it as best they could. So these guys have discovered the Balkans. We're gonna say now they're gonna form something around where modern day Slovenia is. I'm gonna make these guys the purple team. Well, that's more Croatia, but okay. Yep. Now we're gonna have the blue teams gonna explore more down south. Green is gonna keep exploring the ocean and also expand a bit more, but not as much as the blue team. The red team would do a similar thing and run into the yellow team. Yeah, the orange team would do something a little peculiar. They would just kind of stop here and off the river. We're gonna say that's a river. It's probably not. I probably got the right river so wrong. It's embarrassing. But I don't really care because I cannot be bothered to look up the exact location. Because that would take a lot of time, and I'm sure you guys value your time. Whoa. Wrong layer again. Brittany would discover Britain, which is ironic here. Green tea. Sorry. Yeah, and the blue team would explore more of these guys. They would also get a navy, but I don't know why I did that. They would definitely not discover there. They would just do this. A professional sailor would actually sail all the way around Iberia. He would discover Morocco. Modern day Morocco, I mean. So now this area is all of Iberia that's not discovered. And they would even discover the Canary Islands. But then that's as far as they would go. We're also going to have a group of explorers explore down south, and they would form their own group. Now, I'm running out of colors to make it, so I'm going to start using that. Alright. I'm running out of big, like, colors that are common. So we're just going to have some new colors here. Alright, so there. Meanwhile, the yellow team would expand a bit, like a lot. I mean, they would probably do something like, so yeah, in terms of power ranking, I'd probably put the red team at number 1. Then these guys, and then lastly these guys. Speaking of these guys, they explore a lot of Italy. Oh, rather, this sea. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the Adriatic. No, it's not the Adriatic. What am I talking about? It might be. I don't think so, though. They make it all the way over here. But they would not really go inland at all. But, you know what they would do? They would probably go around like that. We're going to have our first major war right around here. We're going to have a big alliance. So we're going to have orange, yellow, and blue versus green and red. So to start, we're going to have the red team advancing a bit on both the orange and yellow team, while the blue team would push into Brittany. I keep calling them Brittany. Honestly, I think that's a good name kind of for them, but this is alternate. This is like restart, so they're not going to call it that. So, sorry, green team. I'm sorry, guys. They're going to push a lot into them. Then the red team would probably keep pushing in here, and they would almost capitulate them before the blue team would arrive to reinforce it and push them back a bit. Meanwhile, the red team would completely screw the orange team, but the blue team would keep pushing into the green team. So, we had a bit of stalemate here. Yeah, meanwhile, all this happened, these guys kind of would discover the rest of Iberia. In my opinion, they would, at least. So, because of that, they would probably get a lot of land. Control a lot. So, yeah, that's cool for them. Meanwhile, the blue team in this time was also expanding down here. And they would explore a lot more of the Mediterranean. Meanwhile, probably green was exploring here a lot. They would actually create the first naval invasion, kinda. But it wouldn't be successful. Hold on. I'm on the wrong layer. It wouldn't be successful because, they would try going right here. But it would not be very successful because of their superior army. But this would be like a brilliant tactic for its time. Because the rest of these guys barely even know boats exist. They only know that because of these guys. So, as a matter of fact, a lot of Brittany would escape to Britain. I don't think they'd be that big, though. I think they'd be like that. And while they do that, they would explore a lot of it. Meanwhile, after the rest of the war, well, the red team would eventually consolidate something here and get rid of a lot of yellow. I keep, no wait, redo that. Oh goodness, okay, I have to re-explore Britain real quick. Hold on, give me a second. They would not explore that much though, they would actually do something more like that. And then they would expand. They would expand to that. Oh yeah, and meanwhile the purple team would probably do this. They would explore the rest of Italy, and they would get to modern Albania. Well, in terms of exploration, that's how far they get. In terms of actual land, they probably only get as far as like Bosnia, maybe. Right now, they're just kind of hugging the sea. Okay, meanwhile, what's going on is this war has kind of become a stalemate as the blue team, we're going to say the blue team would finish off the green team's French, but not actually French. The ones contained within modern France. Not this, because they don't even know how to get there. And we'll have the red team push almost all the way into, we'll have them, and then these guys are all fighting. So a treaty would be signed between these two countries. Alright, so we're going to have the restoration of the yellow team to a lesser extent. Orange, who managed to fortify, would be shrunk, but still survive. You know what, that's way too big for the red team, the yellow team. They'd be like that big. Buffer state. And then Brittany would get some of its land back as well, but most of it would actually be gone. There's no more Brittany. Brittany now is owned by them. But once again, it's not Brittany. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I am very very dumb sometimes. But now in that time, that would happen. That would happen. Whoa. I keep... Okay, that's a little frustrating. In the comments, can you guys tell me how to do that? Like, I have to have the layers open because I have one for the unexplored and one that's for that. So, yeah. Maybe I can remove that, but I don't think you guys would want that because this is actually cool in my opinion. It looks cool. So anyways, might end it off here because this is getting really long.